Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a fascinating and, maybe a slightly uncomfortable deep dive into something that literally affects every single one of us, the clothes on our backs. When we talk about the massive global machine that is fast fashion, it's so easy to just point fingers, right? We look at those giant corporations, the relentless ads, the huge factories, and we think, well, that's their problem to fix. But today, we're holding up a psychological mirror. We're going to look right past those corporate boardrooms and focus on human behavior, specifically our own. Let's explore how our everyday shopping habits are the hidden engine driving this whole shebang.
Section 1. The truth of your closet.
Okay, wherever you are right now, I want you to just mentally open your wardrobe. Seriously, picture it. How many clothes are hanging in there that you literally haven't worn in the past 12 months? Think about those shirts shoved all the way to the very back, or those pants stuffed at the bottom of a drawer somewhere. Maybe some of them even still have the tags on them. It creates this sharp cognitive dissonance, doesn't it? We buy these things absolutely convinced we need them, and then they just sit there, totally untouched.
Now let's follow that up with an even tougher question. How many of those untouched clothes did you buy just because they were a trend at that exact moment? You know the drill. We see a style blow up on social media, we get that quick hit of dopamine like a tiny little firework going off in our brain, and boom, we click buy. We're not buying for utility, we're buying for a fleeting psychological thrill.
And that brings us to a harsh, but honestly pretty empowering truth. If you think the fast fashion problem is strictly a mega brand issue, think again. Responsibility starts right there, inside our own closets. Sure, the companies make the garments, but we're the ones inviting them into our homes. We really can't divorce our personal, everyday choices from that massive global impact.
Section 2. The power of the consumer. So, how does all this scale up? Well, it creates a very basic economic feedback loop. On one hand, we've got our impulse purchases, the mindless shopping, the trend chasing, just the sheer volume of stuff we buy without actually needing it. And on the other hand, the market responds by simply producing more fast fashion. It's a direct loop. When we shop mindlessly, we're actively telling these companies, hey, this is working, make more of this, do it faster, and make it cheaper. We are literally fueling the cycle.
And this brilliantly illustrates a core concept of consumer psychology. A purchase, it's never just a transaction. A purchase is a message. It's a vote. Every single time you swipe that credit card or tap your phone, you are casting a powerful vote that tells the market exactly what to produce next. You're sending a crystal clear signal to the entire supply chain about what you truly value.
So the crucial takeaway here is this. We aren't just passive targets being played by clever marketing. Consumers hold way more power than they realize. When we shift our mindset from being these helpless buyers to active participants who actually dictate the market supply, everything changes. The industry only moves as fast as we demand it to. If we hit the brakes, the machine has no choice but to slow down right along with us.
Section 3. The solution to fast fashion.
So, if we hold all of this power, how do we actually use it? We can't just sit around waiting for external forces or new regulations or hoping corporations suddenly grow a conscience. The actionable shifts have to start with us. Now, can we stop fast fashion completely? Honestly, probably not. It's a deeply, deeply ingrained global system. But that doesn't mean we just throw our hands up in defeat. While a full stop might be impossible, drastically reducing its scale and impact is absolutely within our reach.
Here are 4 highly practical micro-habits you can literally adopt today. Number 1. Just buy less clothing. Question every single purchase. Number 2. Choose better quality items. Invest in things that won't just fall apart or accidentally turn into a sheer crop top after 3 washes. Number 3. Use your clothes for a longer time. Repair them, style them differently, actually wear them out. And number 4. Avoid impulse shopping. Try giving yourself a 24-hour cooling-off period before you hit checkout. These aren't radical life changes. They're just simple, mindful pauses.
Because when millions of individuals make these tiny daily decisions, they aggregate into a massive, undeniable market force. The solution is right here in our hands. We don't have to wait for governments to pass new laws, and we definitely shouldn't hold our breath for companies to voluntarily slash their profits. We have the leverage right now.
Section 4. The real problem, our habit. To truly make this change stick, we have to recognize one fundamental thing. The real problem isn't actually the clothes, it's our habit of consumption. Fast fashion has successfully normalized this psychological addiction to newness, We crave the excitement of that new package arriving at the door. We crave the feeling of a brand new outfit on a Friday night. It becomes this never-ending cycle of thoughtless buying where, honestly, the garment itself barely even matters. It's the act of consuming that we're hooked on.
And we really have to weigh that fleeting 5-minute thrill against the grave reality of what happens when that consumption goes unchecked. While we're riding the high of a trendy new shirt, the true cost is being paid by others. It's paid by the environment through massive pollution and overflowing landfills. It's paid by the workers who endure absolutely grueling conditions for unlivable wages. And ultimately, it's going to be paid by future generations who inherit the ecological mess left in the wake of our shopping sprees.
Finally, Section 5. One final question.
As we wrap this up, I want to bring all these huge systemic issues right down to a relatable, everyday scenario. Imagine you're scrolling through a shopping app on your phone and you spot a trendy new t-shirt. Let's say it's 299 rupees or whatever hyper-cheap equivalent is normal where you live. It's a visually jarring number, right? I mean, that's the price of a cup of coffee. It feels like a total steal. It feels like you'd be crazy not to buy it.
But next time, don't just look at the price tag. Look beyond that exciting, cheap price. Because the fundamental law of economics tells us that if something is that unbelievably cheap for you to buy, someone else, somewhere further down the line, absolutely had to subsidize that cost.
So the next time you're hovering over that Add to Cart button for a dirt cheap item you don't really need, I want you to pause and ask yourself this one powerful question. Who paid the real price for this? Was it a river choked with toxic dyes? Was it a garment worker pulling a 16-hour shift? Because by changing how we think about the things we buy, we don't just change our shopping habits, we change the world. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning the systems around you, and I'll see you in